Kanye's latest trouble, Coachella, is coming back to the desert. ABC announces that there will, in fact, be an Oscar host, but who will it be? And remembering Bob Saget.
It's all happening right now on The Take.
Hey everyone, and welcome to The Take. I'm Elizabeth Wagmeister.
And I'm Clayton Davison. We're here to give you our take on some of the week's biggest stories. Elizabeth, busy week, and it's good to be back together again.
It is always good to be back together. It is always a happy Friday with you. In awards season, we are really in the thick of it, but it is the strangest awards season ever.
Absolutely, and we're going to start actually with the Golden Globes. That was the first show out the gate, or better said, the first tweets out the gate. The ceremony took place this week. Not having a live ceremony televised on television. Big winners were Power of the Dog in Best Picture Drama and West Side Story in Best Picture Comedy or Musical. The Globes have been under fire for over a year now, and with the cancellation of the ceremony by NBC, now we're looking at where do they go from here. What's interesting about this was Netflix in particular has been chasing Best Picture Drama for years. They finally get it. And they can't spike the ball because people responded in very light social media clip ways, but no official gloating about it, and they couldn't do it.
How significant are the Golden Globes this year in leading into the Oscars, given that there really wasn't a Golden Globes? I mean, there were no nominees there. There was no presenters. No one was there to accept their award.
Yeah, it helps with momentum in terms of something that you know happened, but not necessarily acknowledging it. So Will Smith asserted his place as Best Actor frontrunner because he won for King Richard. Nicole Kidman surprised in Best Actress Drama for being The Ricardos. And Ariana DeBose looks like she's on her way to an Oscar in Supporting Actress. So that brings about some different questions. But also, the Screen Actors Guild Awards threw other wrenches in the works. On the television side, we saw Squid Game from Netflix becoming the first foreign language television series ever nominated for Cast Ensemble, which was a huge win, considering it also got nominated for male and female lead acting. On the film side, we saw your usual suspects like Power of the Dog lead the nomination tally, along with House of Gucci with Lady Gaga. However, there were huge snubs, most notably Kristen Stewart and Spencer missing from the lead actress field, along with both men from the film Belfast, Jamie Dornan and Ciarán Hinds. Many think that is the Best Picture frontrunner. Interesting thing about Kristen Stewart, no lead actress has ever won the Oscar without a SAG nomination. It really hurts her campaign.
That is a daunting piece of information because you've been saying for months right here on The Take that Kristen Stewart is essentially a shoo-in for that Oscar nomination, if not the winner. So
pundits can be wrong. It happens.
Yes.
But who knows? Maybe she could pull it off. There's a first time for everything.
We have more to talk about in this episode about the Oscars, but first, let's talk about Coachella. This week, huge news. The headliners were announced for the festival, which happens every April. Kanye West, Harry Styles, and Billie Eilish are all going to be headliners, and Swedish House Mafia is making their big return to the desert. Now, this is pretty surprising news. Harry Styles, not someone who plays at festivals, but our music team has some exclusive reporting that he is likely going to drop new music before headlining, so that makes a lot of sense why he would want to be at Coachella. I personally am excited if Coachella actually happens, because with COVID, you never know. I will be there. I will be watching Harry. Also, Billie Eilish, she is going to be the youngest headliner of all time for the festival. Now, shortly after Kanye was announced to be a headliner, or should I say yay, that's what he goes by now, he was actually named as a suspect in a battery case, which is currently being investigated by the LAPD. Allegedly, it involved an altercation with a fan, but details are still developing. Kanye's representative did not get back to us at Variety as this news broke. So, of course, this is very early. There's much more that has to come out, and it's a developing story. But I do wonder if that or any of Kanye's antics will be good or bad news for the festival.
Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, it doesn't bode well for him, and then we'll see what happens there. It's good to see Harry Styles going from the MCU now to a music festival. And Billie Eilish is having a very good week after winning the Golden Globe for Best Original Song.
Let's get back to the Oscars. ABC this week announced that there will in fact be a host. Now, this might not seem like huge news to you, but if you remember, there hasn't been a host for quite a few years now, so it is a big deal that we are going to have someone who is hosting the Academy Awards. Now, ABC only said that there would be a host. They didn't announce who that host will be, but let's play a fun little game now, shall we, Clayton?
Yeah.
Who do you think should host the Oscars?
I mean, listen, in a perfect world, The Rock would surely be on the long list. I love Middleditch and Schwartz a lot. I also love what our own Michael Schneider reported out that, they want maybe the leads of Only Murders in the Building, Selena Gomez, Steve Martin, Martin Short, that would bridge all generations together, that young TikTok generation, millennials with huge following, and the OG, establishment of the Academy.
It would really be perfect because Steve Martin, Martin Short, they're kind of like the old school Oscar hosts who you would really expect to see on that stage.
Yeah.
And Selena Gomez, obviously multi-talented, but also has so many fans, one of the most followed people on Instagram. And let's be honest, it would be good promotion because that's a Hulu show.
But to end this out, officially saying 2022, I'm done with you. We lost 3 legends over the last week, starting with Bob Saget, the former star of Full House. Lost him earlier this week, along with Sidney Poitier, the first Black man to ever win Best Actor at the Academy Awards, and musician and legend Ronnie Spector. It is not a good year so far. Bob Saget is mine and our first TV dad, and he was such a random loss, and it got into nostalgia. Started watching old series episodes of the show. It's so sad.
I mean, when that news broke, it was one of those moments where, as a journalist, we cover the news. I just said, this can't be true. This can't be possible. And it was on a Sunday, and it just seems like everybody was reading that in complete shock. It was sudden. The cause of death still has not come out. I was so upset over the loss of Bob Saget. I was looking back at one of my interviews that I did at the 30th year reunion of Full House, and I interviewed the creator, Jeff Franklin, and he told me that he always wanted Bob Saget to play Danny Tanner, but he wasn't available. He was working at CBS, so someone else was cast, and then Bob Saget became available, and he went back to the network. He pleaded with ABC to let him recast the role, and they didn't want to do it because it was expensive, but he got his way, and obviously the rest is history.
When it comes to Sidney Poitier, Halle Berry penned this beautiful tribute on the cover of Variety magazine this week, speaking about his status in history. They met many times, but 20 years ago when she won Best Actress, still the only Black woman to ever win that award, it was the same night Sidney Poitier got his Lifetime Achievement Award.
And Halle Berry, she said it best. She said that he did not just blaze a trail, that he cleared the forest. I thought that was such an impactful quote that she said. And Ronnie Spector, I mean, such a legend in the music industry. And by the way, Zendaya has actually been cast to play her in a biopic. Now, Zendaya is obviously very busy, but obviously now I think everybody's just going to be waiting to really see her bring Ronnie's life story to the screen. So can't wait for that.
May they all rest in peace.
Yes, and thank you so much for joining us, as always, here on The Take, and we'll see you, as always, next Friday.
Thanks for watching.